eyes of the mighty Caesar are upon you. He admires your accomplishments and bestows upon you the exceptional gift of his mark. Any crimes you may have perpetrated against the Legion are hereby forgiven. Caesar will not extend this mercy a second time. My lord requires your presence at his camp at Fortification Hill. His mark will guarantee your safe conduct through our lands. Incidentally, it will interest you to know that the man you seek has fled the Strip and is likely making haste for Caesar's camp as we speak.
How'd you find me?
I am the greatest of Caesar's Frumentari. It was not a challenge to find you. Nor is this my first visit to the Strip.
How does he want to see me?
Go to him, and you will understand. Seek Caesar by way of Cottonwood Cove, south of Nelson. The Cursor Lucullus will be waiting. Caesar awaits.
Render unto Caesar. But we are going to go to Mr. House again.
Under the hood. Ay, ay, ay. I've been married for...
Well, howdy, partner. Go.
I don't know if I have to talk to him every time. I don't think so.
Where to, partner?
Penthouse. I always mix up where he is. Do I have my weapons? Yeah.
Events have transpired in a less than optimal fashion. Benny has fled the Strip and the Platinum Chip has not been recovered.
Where do you think he's gone?
His destination is hardly a mystery. It's a near certainty that he's making his way for Caesar's camp at Fortification Hill. It's one of just 2 places on Earth that have the hardware necessary to read the Platinum Chip. The Lucky 38 is the other, of course.
What do I do next?
I won't lie to you. It'll be dangerous. The next step will require you to infiltrate Caesar's camp at Fortification Hill.
You want me to kill him?
Absolutely not. Caesar is of great use to me. I don't want you harming a hair on that man's head, assuming you could find one.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to open a hatch in the basement of the derelict weather station atop Fortification Hill. You'll recognize it on sight. The hatch bears the logo of the Lucky 38, same as the Platinum Chip.
How do I open it?
You can't, but the chip can. The hatch will recognize the Platinum Chip and open sesame.
What's inside?
Something very important. I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise, so don't bother asking.
It's my stake.
I'm not offering you an incentive as crude as money, though there'll be plenty of that. What I'm offering you is a ground floor opportunity in the most important enterprise on Earth. What I'm offering is a future. For you, and for what remains of the human race.
Alright.
I expect that if Benny doesn't have the chip, Caesar will make sure you get it. More on that later. Be off.
Okay.
Welcome to the Vegas Strip.
Penthouse floor.
Now we gotta visit Caesar. And luckily,
Casino
no more
floor.
assassins. That's what this means. No more Legion assassins will be after me. At least not for a little bit. Because Caesar has forgiven me.
Excuse me, but are you the courier who caused all of that trouble in the tops?
Why do you want to know?
Oh, well, we heard, we meaning the followers of the apocalypse, that you had been in there. The Lucky 38,
I just walked out of it.
And we were wondering if you could help us. If it's not too much trouble, of course.
How did you get in?
This is important enough to the followers that we scraped together the caps required for the credit check. And I'm staying at Vault 21, which is pretty cheap, for the strip anyway.
What do you want?
Oh, great. The followers of the apocalypse, well, some of us anyway, have been interested in Mr. House's technology, how he stays alive. Of course, no one else is allowed inside the Lucky 38, so no one knows what's going on. Well, except for you.
And this is where I come in.
Right. We just want to find out what sort of technology Mr. House has used to stay alive for all these years. It could be of great benefit to the people we try to help, many of whom suffer from hard-to-diagnose illnesses.
Dr. Axelon diagnoses a terminally low discussion of caps in this conversation.
Ah, I see. I suppose I can give you some medical supplies for your efforts. I assure you they will be worth plenty of caps.
Alright.
Great! I'll have the medical supplies for you by the time you come back. Here, take this packet sniffer. It'll allow us to intercept data on Mr. House's network. You might have to manually remove the encryption from his data network, but hopefully you won't have too much trouble. Good luck.
Yeah, whatever. And off we go. Thankfully I don't have Boone with me. He'd go crazy at Cottonwood Cove. Let's wait a bit. Just for daylights.
Our way. True to Kaiser.
True to Kaiser.
Awe, are you ready to head upriver?
Who are you?
I am Cursar Lucullus, and my orders are to escort you to the Legion's camp at Fortification Hill. Are you ready to go?
What will happen?
You'll be meeting face to face with the mighty Caesar himself, founder of the Legion, conqueror of 86 tribes. To my knowledge, this is the first time Caesar has ever summoned one of the dissolute to see him. Not even tribal chieftains receive this honor.
What's dissolutes?
All who are not Legion are dissolute. They live in squalor, unrestrained by morality, lacking moderation, temper, and self-control. Their very existence is a blight on the common good. Even worse are the profligates, the subtype of dissolute one finds this side of the river. They hold themselves to be civilized, when in fact they are corrupt and self-interested. The truth will be made clear to them soon enough.
What have I done?
You'd know better than I would, but you must be remarkable for Caesar to take such an interest.
Let's go.
The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat. By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items.
I agree to disarm.
Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave. Awe.
Who are you?
So you're the visitor I've heard some of the legionaries talking about. If you're in the mood to trade, just say the word.
Have you ever met him?
I haven't had the pleasure. I have crossed paths with Legate Lanius, his second in command, however. It was unpleasant.
Tell me about him.
He's the best the Legion has to offer, or so the legionaries say. Brute of a man, wears a fancy metal mask in a battle. He killed one of my pack Brahmins simply because it was in his way. I knew better than to complain about it, though. Have a look.
Take your free stuff. Cowboy repeater custom action. Ooh. Hunting rifle scope. Laser rifle beam splitter. Interesting.
Be seen.
Excuse me.
Slaves aren't much of a challenge in the arena.
Let's keep heading up. Child soldiers.
I'm harsh on the children, but they'll be excellent legionaries. I'm quite proud of them.
And my game crashed. Great. Oh wait, no it didn't. Wow. Thought for sure it crashed.
Awe. True to Kaisar.
If you're injured, I might have healing powder to spare.
What do you know about Linnaeus?
The legate is not a man to be crossed, especially if you're a woman. That's all I'll talk about it.
Alright. Where are you at, Kaisar? In the big tent?
Slaves aren't much of
So I finally get to meet the courier who's accomplished so much in so little time. That's why I summoned you here, right? I mean, a man nearly kills you, and your response is to track him across the breadth of the Mojave? You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat? You visit the tops, and next thing you know, the head of the chairman is fleeing the strip like a whimpering little pup? When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started?
How do you know me?
I have eyes and ears everywhere. It behooves me not to invade the West blind and deaf. It hasn't been hard to track your progress. It's not as though you've been keeping a low profile. The time is fast approaching when my legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching.
I want to deal with Benny.
Benny is my prisoner. You don't deal with him unless you've dealt with me. Don't worry. You'll get the platinum chip he was carrying, and then you'll use it like I tell you to.
What are you saying?
Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip Benny was carrying when we captured him. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried.
What's on the other side?
Benny's theory, if I understood it through all the screaming, was that Mr. House stashed some kind of ultimate weapon down there. A gigantic robot to stomp us all to death. Who cares? Whatever it is, House built it. So I want it destroyed.
Can't your legionnaires do this?
Yes, but then I'd have to kill them. You don't get it, do you? The weapons I wield are forged from blood, flesh, sinew, bone. Mortal stuff. Fragile, even. And yet my Legion obeys me even unto death.
What about this
Why?
thing on your arm?
Because they live to serve the greater good, and they know of no alternatives. House's machines, his technologies, what do they propose? The possibility of victory without sacrifice, no blood spilled, just rivets. That's not an idea to be put in circulation. If mankind's going to survive this moment in history, it needs warriors, not gadgets.
And what do?
I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you.
I got it.
My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Talk to Benny on your way out. He knows I'm going to let you decide how he dies. Maybe you want to remind him. We'll talk again when you've destroyed whatever is down in that bunker. Not before.
I'm looking forward to getting sent across the river.
Okay, where's Benny? This is why. This is why I waited to deal with him. But where is he?
Our way. True to Caesar.
Where is he? Where is Benny? Here, Benny. Here, Benny.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
That loading screen scares me each time.
Our way. True to Caesar.
I must have missed him. I must have missed him somewhere. I gotta talk to him first before we do anything else.
I'm looking forward to getting sent across the river.
Oh, he's right there.
Go ahead and laugh, baby. I ain't blind to the humor in this situation.
It is pretty funny.
Yeah, well, laugh it up on your own time. Down to brass tacks. How'd your meet and greet with Baldy go?
He gave me the chip.
Sure. Baldy wants you to go down there in the bunker and destroy whatever Mr. House stashed there. Oh, you don't want to do that, baby. Whatever's down in that bunker is the key to the city called Vegas. So here's what you do. You go down there and you use the chip to do whatever Mr. House woulda wanted you to do. And when you get back to the Strip, you find Yes Man. I made it so that cat can't help but be helpful. Dig?
I get to decide how you die. Tell me more about you. What happens?
I prefer the term relocated. It took every stealth boy I had to cross the river at Cottonwood Cove. That was a close shave riding a boat full of Legion boys. Once I was across, I changed into a uniform I swiped off a dead legionary outside Nelson. Tried to sneak into the bunker, but that didn't work out. They found the chip. I wasn't gonna tell them what it was used for, but let's just say they were persuasive.
How did Mr. House introduce himself?
We were east of Vegas when the first Securitron we ever saw rolled up on us. We junked it in a minute flat. The next day, 20 roll up, so we listened. Said we'd been selected. Vegas needed us to defend it. In exchange, we'd get cushy digs, full stomachs, medical treatment. Everything a nomad never gets, in other words. Most of the tribe thought we should say no. I thought it was the best idea ever.
I get to decide.
Try not to smile so wide, baby. You might break your mouth. Yeah, Baldy said you'd get to decide. So which way you leaning?
Do you have a preference?
Yeah. To die in my sleep at a ripe old age after a marathon session of hey-hey with 30 sex-starved broads. You'll set that up? Look, I ain't a harbor for illusions. I ain't expecting to get out of this shindig alive. That's why I'm trying to hand you my scheme, baby. It's called having a legacy.
I haven't made up my mind.
I know, so many options. How do you choose just one? So you keep saying.
Oh, what to do? Decisions. In the arena.
You do that for me, baby? Don't tease if you don't mean it.
Crucifixion is an option.
Yeah, real popular around here. It's a crowd pleaser.
Or I could just kill you here.
The direct approach, eh? Fair enough. But you should wait until the bunker's taken care of. Caesar won't like it if you eat dessert first.
Alright, ta-ta.